Good blessed evening, Wednesday evening that is, November the 9th, 2022. It's about 5:09 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter whether you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether if you like me or not. You got that prerogative. Yes, your prerogative. I'm in front of the Mississippi County Courthouse here. The back parking lot, it was kind of full of police out. They seen me start videoing. They didn't want y'all to see them hanging around. Now, you know I ain't got no problem with them hanging around, as long as ain't nothing happening around in the town and they should be there. But my purpose today in front of this Mississippi County Courthouse, the 33rd Circuit here in Charleston, Missouri, is because I was here this morning from about 9 to close to 12. I come sit in every now and then. I believe that go one of the police there, I believe, but we don't. That ain't what I'm coming up here for. But I come up here earlier today is because I sit in the courtroom and listen to some cases. And God allowed me to come up here today to see a case to take me back to the year 2000 in here in Mississippi County, when the then Lieutenant Robert Bobby Hearns wrote a false affidavit to get a case put on me. And they allowed it to stay. And I see they still doing that today. Today, it was a black lawyer out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, real good lawyer. He worked out of St. Louis too, but he was representing a brother that had a drug case and a few other things. And when his time to question the then now Master Sergeant of I guess he's an undercover Master Sergeant for the Missouri State Highway Patrol, he had arrested a brother in Boomland in 2017, and to get a case or charge against this brother, he wrote up an affidavit that wasn't true. This was 2018, 4 years ago. Now, he put something in there that would make the case more than it was. You know, in other words, if it was a class 1 or 2, it would upgrade the case. But then now he's seen the lawyer that this brother had. All of a sudden, a few months ago now, he done amended the affidavit, and the amended affidavit changed what he had on there in 2018, something that he sworn to that was true on that one, and then he sworn the one he just made two or 3 months ago, he sworn that was true. Something is not true. You see what I'm saying? And the lawyer proved his point, but I don't know if the lawyer know who he was going up against. Robert Bob Barker, a former attorney at the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center. Carolee, I think her name is Carolee Pauly, the prosecuting attorney. Both of them, Bob Barker and the prosecuting attorney, they ran unopposed and won again, you know. But both of them was attorneys for the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center in the in the 90s, I believe, the late 90s. I know in the 2000s because they both took a part, tried to take a part in a case that individual that worked at Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center at the time. He was black, but both of these individuals, the judge and the prosecuting attorney, is white. But they tried to let her represent him. She wasn't the prosecuting attorney then, and he take the case. But I asked to have a judge other than a judge in the 33rd Circuit Court here in Mississippi County. You see, when I did that, and they got one out of, I think, the 32nd Circuit out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, when this judge came down, see, justice was served because the now prosecuting attorney, she couldn't do what she can do in front of this judge, Bob Barker, like she did today. But the lawyer know this system because he's asking that they get a change of venue. Carolyn Pauley, or whatever her name is, the present state's attorney here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, she don't want that. You know why? She want to be in front of Robert Barker, somebody that if another judge would have heard this preliminary hearing today, he would have threw this case out because the case was based on a falsified affidavit. But the master sergeant, he was a corporal then back in 2018, he said it was a mistake that you just corrected 4 years ago. I doubt if it was a mistake, but you know, he was elevated from corporal to master sergeant now, just like Robert Hearns, when he wrote this false affidavit on me, put things on there that wasn't true. The alleged victim said it wasn't true, which it wasn't a victim, but it's something that, you know, when you charge, a black man charged something against a white person, you guilty until found guilty. But anyway, Robert Hearns, he was promoted. He been the chief of police almost ever since. A chief of police that the people can't vote him in. The city council put him in. And as long as the city council is the way it is now, Robert Hearns would retire being the chief of police, and this criminal activity in the Mississippi County Courthouse here in Charleston, Missouri gonna continue on. What a person needs to do, get a change of venue and let this prosecuting attorney that they have now go up against another judge, and you 9 out of 10 times you will win. And let me tell you something else happening here today. An individual on March the 28th, 2022, this individual by the name of Robert Bogan Jr., him and some of his kinfolks and some of the you see the police, I don't know if they finna surround me or what, I'm just kidding. But Robert Bogan Jr., he was in the courthouse today on a criminal case now. Him and the white individual, Josh, and his wife, that stay on the corner of War Housing in Vine Street, that I've been complaining about, with their trash and their children and their company attacking me, coming to my house, beating on my door, putting trash in my bushes. And Robert Bogan Jr. came with some of his, the white guy Josh's friends and family that came from their house. You could see it on my YouTube video. A bunch of thugs, cowards, coming and trying to attack me. But in the courthouse today, when the judge gave a 10-minute break, Robert Bogan say, "How you doing, Mr. Raymond?" Now, I'm Mr. Raymond, but you came and tried to attack me. You see what I'm saying? I don't have no respect for you. You see what I'm saying? Y'all frightened my 2 young daughters, 15 and 16 then. But you want, I'm Mr. Raymond now, and he wanted to talk to me, mention one of my nephews, but there's nothing for us to talk about. Any of y'all that putting false allegations on me, trying to defile my character, you know, those of you in the housing authority that say you're afraid of me, if the shoe fit, wear it. Don't try to talk to me, because I don't want y'all to say that I'm trying to threaten y'all. You see what I'm saying? Robert Bogan Jr., treat me the same way you treated me March the 28th, 2022, when you came down from the project someplace you shouldn't be able to be in, being on 15-year paper. You and your witness, him and his wife, Josh and his wife, Josh is on felony paper for a gun. You on felony paper for a gun. And you now back in the circuit court here in Mississippi County on another case. I'm just letting y'all see what happens here in Mississippi County, courthouse in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Any of y'all that was out there on the 28th of March 2022 that tried to attack me, I ain't got nothing to talk to y'all about. I look at y'all just like I look at the Ku Klux Klan. Peace be still. On March the 28th, 2022, right where I'm pointing at right now, where this pole is at, Robert Bogan Jr., some of his other kinfolks, Mr. Shoe Fit Wad, some of his other friends, and the white people that lived at this house right here on the corner of Wallhausen and Vine Street, who I made complaints about to the executive director of the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. And after I made the complaint about him, I was banned. So I had to file a complaint with the Missouri Commission on Human Rights. But you know, today Robert Bogan Jr. wants to call me Mr. Raymond in the courtroom because he's fighting a criminal case. And guess who his two witnesses is? The husband and wife that I made the complaint about, of their friends tearing up my bushes. Some of their friends came, and you can see it on my YouTube from March the 28th, 2022. A mob of cowards, black and white, coming to try to attack me and my then 15 and 16-year-old two daughters. But the neighborhood came together and backed them up and sent them back there and back down the street where they came from. But now in the courtroom today, I'm Mr. Raymond. But you disrespected me. I'm old enough to be your grandfather. You see what I'm saying? You disrespected my property. You disrespected my two daughters. Ain't nothing we can talk about. Sitting down talking to you is just like me sitting down talking to the person that hung my son in Carbondale, Illinois. It ain't happening.